Ta-da! So welcome everyone. It's so ironic because I've just finished, a couple of days ago I finished the course video for session number 7 in my Secret Cycle course, where we talk about the feminine cycles, the different cycles that we do have as women, and how to understand them and how to use them to our own advantage, and to make sure we are not fighting against our cycle, but we are understanding why we have them, how they work, and how we can make the most of it. And in that session 7, we talked about facing challenges, emotional, spiritual, and energetical challenges, and adopting a strategy that will help us get through those challenges. And I used the idea and the analogy of a storm, that sometimes we feel like when we are going through challenges, we feel like we are the only one who are going through that. We look around and we tend to see that, or to perceive that other people have just a perfect life, and we are the one being dragged down and having all these challenges and stuff. Well, in fact, it is not true, and sometimes people may seem like they are cruising, not because they're not having challenges, but because they are using specific tools. They're using strategies to cope with those challenges, to get through the other side. And sometimes that's what's lacking in our lives. It's just that we don't have the tools, we are not prepared to face whatever's coming our way, and so when the storms hit, we are kind of surprised. We are like deers in the headlights, not knowing what to do, or running around like chicken without heads, trying to figure out what we can pull out of a hat, or what we can do at the moment, sometimes inefficiently, sometimes with a lot of fear, anxiety, and things that will add on to make the experience even more stressful. And one simple way to address that is to be prepared, is to have strategies to be prepared. And the reason why I wanted to make this video is because after posting the video and sharing that with the group, a couple of days later, which was yesterday, there was a huge storm here in Canada. So if you watch a little bit the news, the storm I know hit also New York, and living in Montreal is just like accepting to face 7 to 8 months of winter every single year, and every single time you think the winter is over, that's when the weather just reminds you that no, it's 7 to 8 months sometimes of winter, and we have this big storm that brought us, I think it was like 50 to 60 centimeters of snow, and the snow just started piling up. And if I can, I will put footage of when I was walking outside when the storm was just starting, and I was giving a couple of lectures, so I had to be in the city. And then I went home and I was just trying to film the storm, and there was just so much snow coming down, pouring. The car was almost completely covered this morning, so it was really crazy. But we kind of get used to it, and knowing that traffic will be difficult and all that stuff. But I wasn't stressed, and I didn't have any type of anxiety or anything like that, because it's the type of thing that when you're prepared, you don't worry as much, because you know exactly what to do, you know exactly where everything is, and everything seems to be going very smoothly. You know where to tell the kids actually are prepared to know what they need to do, and the husband and your partner also know, you may call each other on the phone and know what you have to do, and that is why you are able to get through the storm and make it a pleasurable experience. It's up to you if you want to experience the storm, curling up with a book in front of the fireplace, or under the covers watching movies with the family, or making cocoa or dinner with the family and hanging out. Or if you want to just be rushing around all the place, looking for food, looking for water, enough this and that. Where's everybody's stuff? Looking for candles if you didn't have them handy, looking for flashlights and all that kind of things. So it's all about preparation. when you are prepared, when you know where the things that help you, that will help you get through the storms, when you know where they are, when you know how to use them, you can face any type of storm with much, much, much ease. And that's kind of the purpose. A lot of the courses and a lot of the videos that I'm sharing with you and saying, those are things you may not apply all of them, but maybe hopefully there's one or two things that will, light a light bulb inside your head, and that you may consider, you may try and integrate, and that may help you, assist you, so that as you try, integrate, and see how it works for you, that you're adding a tool in your toolbox that you can use when you have a challenge, instead of being afraid of curling up or fighting the change that's coming into your life. You are going to face it right on. It's like you are lost in the wood and you have nothing but the clothes on your back. Or you can be lost in the wood with your backpack and all the stuff that you have in that to survive however long you need to survive. So that's kind of like the comparison analogy that we'll put into that. And the more you have tools that really work for you, the more you know yourself, the more you understand the different dynamics and how you react to certain things, the better you are when challenges come your way, no matter where they're coming from, whether it is your partner giving you a hard time, whether it is your children, your friends, your coworkers, some strangers on the street. You will approach it in a different light, and you may not be as invested, as attached to it, and how it makes you feel. And that may be an experience that will not, tear you down, but will build you up as you get through the storm. You look at the lessons and you will take those lessons so that you can apply them later on, or so that you can share them with the people around you. So that's also another thing. When you find things that work for you, be generous enough to share them around with the people around you. I'll do that all the time, whether it is friends, whether it's family, whether it is people we're having random conversation with. And a lot of you through emails, that every time you write me an email and you ask me a question, I tend to, if something comes to mind right away when I'm reading your message, I will write that to you. I will send it to you so you have something. And now I'm placing that on you to pay it forward as well. So if you find something that works for you, share it with the people around you so that it may inspire someone else. It may even brighten someone else. You may even save someone else by sharing something that works for you. Even if that doesn't even work for them, they may see in your gesture something that they've never felt before. Sometimes we look around and we want to have heroes who, come down with a cape and with, the big S sign or whatever outfit they have. But the hero is the everyday person. The hero is you watching this video, is any of you watching this video. You are the hero in your own story, but at any given time when you choose to, you can be a hero in someone else's life. And I think when you have the opportunity to do that, it's a beautiful thing to share that way and to expand that way as well. And believe me, it's also very, very rewarding to do so. So I hope you're having a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.